everybody, welcome back. I am Jess, you are watching Keto Rewind, and thank you for clicking on today's video. Today's video is a week 171 update, I think. There's been so many weeks, I should just call it episode 100 and whatever. But point being, it's another weekly update of my keto story, my journey to rewind my health from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight using a ketogenic lifestyle. So if that sounds something awesome or something that you want to hear more about, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those notifications. So let's dive into the video. Now, as for last week, what I had visioned for the week to go down was completely opposite of how the week actually went. And that's because my expectations of like a traditional school calendar where things are back to normal versus previous years, with COVID having the schools canceling all events and stuff like that, you know, everything was just shut down last year. So when I originally was like planning out the week, I forgot how hectic school is, or how many activities are crammed into 1 week when you have a full-blown normal, you know, nothing canceled type school year, you know, like business as usual. So I went to probably 7 parties. I had multiple mommy dates with my girls. I had softball end of season mayhem with our team, so we had lots of extra practices. You know, we ended up winning the softball division, first place, and they just have a postseason tournament, and then softball is going to come to a close. And then there was just everything else in the middle that had to get done. So I had probably multiple things every single day. So it was like, halfway through the week, I'm like, all right, what am I going to do here? I have no chance to get a workout in. I have no time for XYZ. And it's like, all right, well, you know what, Jess, just live this week. Enjoy these moments with your kids. They're only little for so long. Don't be all, you know, don't be so hard on yourself this week. So, and that's what I did. And you know what? It was so much fun. It was great. My kids had a blast, and what a great way to end a school year and a softball season, and go out with a bang, you know? So that leads me into what's the plan? What do I do for the next, you know, short-term future with kids at home, vacations, you know, all XYZ in the middle. So one thing that's apparent is when my kids are home, my kids are getting older, so they don't need quite so much supervision. I mean, I got a second and a third grader, and so they can entertain themselves quite a bit. But the problem is, it's hard to get workouts in when your kids are home. They want to constantly interrupt. They want to sometimes just, you know, something they want to do, and now I got to go do that, and you know, I got to entertain them. So in the past year, my focus has been on getting a workout routine, establishing a routine, you know, doing all this stuff that kind of more revolved around the workout side of the lifestyle. So I thought it was a long time coming, maybe very overdue, to focus on the food side of the journey and dial it in on when it comes to the workouts. So this is like new and uncharted territory because it's the opposite of what I have been focused on. But when I reflected on my journey when I first started, around like 309 pounds, I didn't step 1 foot into a gym. I did 0 workouts for probably 6 months of that initial journey. And a lot of that was obviously I was embarrassed, you know, I was way out of shape, I had the I can't mentality, blah, 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 blah. But it proved that it was the first like 60, 70 pounds that melted off was diet focused. The workouts have their place, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, don't come at me, I'm just saying a lot of your weight loss is a heavy focus on diet. So what better time to focus on the diet right now? So as far getting in workouts and all this other stuff, not quite as much a focus, and that's because my kids are very busy kids. So we'll be going to the pool, we'll be swimming in our pool, we'll be going to water parks, we're going to be doing lots of outdoor activities at the lake, you know, boating, you know, we're just going to be very busy physically. So the workout emphasis can just shift to the focus being on the diet, because I know I'm going to get those steps in. With my kids at home, we're going to move. So So, tired kids make good kids. So point being, for the next 6 weeks, my focus was, I have about 2 weeks left of May, and then I have all of June. So I was like, I don't want to show up to New Hampshire when we go this summer and like not have a true plan. I want to kind of kick something off and just build on it. So I thought, I've not done an alternate day fasting challenge in a while. I've not done protein sparing modified fasting in a while. I've not really just all out focused on diet in a while. So why not combine these two things? Or I guess 3 things. So for the next 6 weeks, I'm planning on doing alternate day fasting. I've done this many times on my channel before with much success. I love this, especially in the summer. And with this time, the fasting days, I'm going to be doing protein sparing modified fasting. And if you choose to do this with me, you can do traditional water fasts, or just a clear liquids fast, a dry fast, whatever type of fast that works with you. I'm just gonna pick protein sparing modified fasting for my type of fast. And I've done a load of videos on this, and I'll link them all below and in the cards, whichever corner that is. So being that I have 2 important days still left in the month of May, I've got my anniversary, I've got my husband's birthday, I knew those days will be eating days. So when I made this calendar, I made sure to do my 2 important days as a eat day. Don't set yourself up for failure and put a fast day on an important day that that know that you're going to want to celebrate. You know what I mean? So, and that meant on the weekends as well. My kids are home, husband's home. I'm not doing fasting on the weekends. It's just, that's a lot of fasting, and I just want a little bit of fasting. So, and that just keeps that moderation, not too balls to the wall type approach. It makes it just an easy, doable plan that I can stick to and be happy about. So that means I'll be doing 4 fasting days for the rest of this month, with all the rest of those days being eat days. So what is the fast day? What's an eat day? On an eat day, it is traditional, clean, or strict keto macros. Meaning I'm going to avoid or limit, would probably be the best word, limit sweeteners, products, all those things. I just don't have good luck with them. I'll just stick with my collagen and stick with electrolytes. That's as fancy as it's gonna get. And my focus is going to be a nice quality source of protein, good green vegetables, and healthy fats. So kind of like in my older videos with like the Clean 30 or the Total Carb Challenge, like that is what I'm referring to. Very homemade items, no packaged goods, no processed foods, that kind of thing. Just the basics. When it comes to the fast day, I really, really like the protein sparing modified fasting version of fasting. Now, just because I'm doing PSMF does not mean you have to. Maybe you like the clear liquids type fast. Maybe you like dry fasting. Maybe you want to do like a 24-hour fast. Or there are so many different types of fasting options. Pick whichever one that you like and do it on that day. But for me, I like the protein sparing fast because I get to eat still. I'm very satiated. It's a load of protein. It's like very, very minimal fat and like no carbs, essentially. And that targets specifically body fat, and while avoiding the hunger spikes that need to chew, it just makes the fasting a little easier, in my opinion. And I really liked it, and it worked for me in the past. So that's my plan. So when I kick off June, I have a whole month. I went through my calendar. I noted that I'll be traveling on certain days in the month. So I made sure those are eat days, and then making it all pretty much pretty basic when it comes to my schedule, and making sure that for the next 6 weeks, my focus is not about making sure I get a workout in, doing this, my focus on all of that energy that I was doing to get that workout in is going to be focused now on the diet. Making sure that diet or the lifestyle that I'm living is solid, you know, and there's a lot of noise that's going to come over the summer. Being that, you know, traveling, vacations, kids are out of school. So why focus so much on the other areas that are not quite as important as putting that work into having good willpower, planning, to, you know, making sure when I go to the grocery store, I get everything I need to stay successful. So now that you know the plan, decide what are you going to do this summer. Plan it now. Don't let it sneak up on you. That kind of caught me off guard. Time flew by faster than I was keeping up with. So when I get unorganized, or if I'm led to my own devices, it's not as good of an outcome for me. So that's why I'm taking that initiative now, finishing this month solid with a plan for an entire month upcoming for the month of June. So in which at the same time you want whatever you're doing to be sustainable and a lifestyle, because I thought for the whole summer, this is another point I wanted to make, but I thought for the whole summer, I don't want to focus so much on the weight loss side of my journey right now. I want to start living the lifestyle, changing the focus from how much weight did I lose this week? Oh, that's going to make me gain a pound, and all that noise that's in my head, to just live. Because like after having a whole week last week of just living, it was kind of fun, you know? So in that feeling kind of gave that momentum to start this next 6 weeks challenge to focus on the living part of things. Not so much about the weight loss, because if you just focus on being happy and doing what you need to do for each day, it's all going to fall into place, you know, and I'm making it harder than it is, adding extra stress to my body, increasing cortisol, if I'm focusing so much about the weight loss. So focus is the diet, what I'm eating, the planning of making those meal plans, making sure I'm doing what I need to get done. All of that focus is there, which indirectly the weight loss should be benefiting. You know what I mean? And that, in the meantime, making it feel like a lifestyle and not something that's a diet is going to help make this whole thing sustainable. And that's the thing. I need to start transitioning into the lifestyle and getting away from the weight loss. Because as I approach the goal or the end goal weight, I want to have the best chance to keep it off. You know, the yo-yoing thing, that's what I've been working on for so long, because I can lose the weight, but then I'm like, okay, now what? And then it's like, boo. So that's why working on that now and getting a plan to this home stretch, this last 30 pounds or so, I want to make that clear that I can do it. And why not start now? Why do I have to be at a goal weight to start now, you know? So that is the week. So I hope that all makes sense, and I'll see you at the next video. I am Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.